Judaline, I want to thank you on your day off for taking the time to speak to me today. Just so people have some context of who you are, and if they follow Women You Should Know, they should know at this point because you have been featured on our page many, many times on our site, across our social, and everything always blows up when we have you on there, a story about you, a photo about you, and today will absolutely be no different. You are a New York City plumber. You've been a plumber for 24 years, but you are also a history-making plumber. You're one of the first women admitted to the Staten Island Plumbers Union, and you are the founder of one of my favorite organizations, Tools and Tiaras. So today you're taking a day off, and while we are both working women in New York City, there's a very distinct difference between the two of us right now, and that's because my only requirement to continue to do my job is to stay at home. Your job is very different, and you are required to go do that job every single day. You wrote something the other day that caught my attention, as your writing usually does. And it's why I wanted to talk to you, because you are spotlighting and shining a much overdue spotlight on some of the unsung heroes of the COVID-19 pandemic. And those are specifically the essential workers from the building trades. So tell me what your days have been like and what you've been doing.
So I last June, I decided to take a job with New York City Housing Authority. So I am a civil servant. I signed up to be a civil servant for the citizens of New York. So I work in NYCHA housing and I help the people in NYCHA. A lot of times the pipes are old, they're breaking, they're cracking. So that's my job. So in the morning, I get up at 8 o'clock. Before 8, my day starts at 8, and I go to the job site, and then we get different apartments that we can go and work with the residents. So as plumbers and electricians for NYCHA, we still have to go to work. So we still have to enter people's apartments and fix their plumbing. And it's very scary doing it. I want to be honest with that. I'm very scared. Like in the morning, when I'm getting dressed to go to work, I'm scared. I'm leaving the door, I'm putting on my shoes, my Carhartt jeans, my hat, the whole, outfit. And I start walking out the door to get to my car, and I'm scared and I'm fearful. And then I get to the job site and I get my job for the day and I go help people. I'm not thinking about the fear, not thinking about it. And then at the end of the day, when I have to go home, I'm paranoid. My shoes, my clothes, I got to take it off at the front door. I don't want to affect my daughter. She's in the house with me. So that's the emotional stress that I'm on of doing it. But I still love doing it. I know that sounds weird, because the people in NYCHA need help. A lot of the residents and people have a stigma the way they probably think about them. And a lot of the people I meet in NYCHA housing are really good people, and they just wish if their plumbing was better. So when I get to install a shower body for an immigrant from Africa who hasn't had a shower for 6 months, I didn't have a shower. And I can do that for her and turn it on, and she can take a shower and the kids, man, that's what makes that scary thing okay. And for her to start crying, that's why I'm crying, because people don't understand the power of plumbing and how important it is. Everybody's home and you're supposed to wash your hands. A plumber is doing that, and I just feel like people don't respect us and respect what we do and what we bring. They thank everybody else but the building trades.
Well, I think that's why, what you wrote the other day, and I'm just going to read a little bit of it, and we'll run the rest of it so that everybody can read it in full. But you said, most people are totally unaware of the risk that my sisters and brothers of the building trades are taking to keep us safe. New York City blackout, we were there. 9/11, we were there. Sandy, we were there. COVID-19, we are here. When you sit at home watching Netflix, flushing toilets, enjoying heat, AC, and working from home, my people are on the front lines giving you that privilege so you and your family can be safe. It's really powerful because I agree with you that I think that obviously we are all so incredibly grateful for all of the medical professionals and all of the first responders who show up every single day to keep us safe, to save as many lives as possible. But it's women and men like you that provide critical services to cities like New York and the people living in those cities that we also have to stop and think about. So what types of protective gear are you being given by the union to be able to do your job? Or is it like everything else where there's a shortage of personal protective equipment?
There's a shortage. We have N95 masks, gloves we do have, and those are the two basic things that we need, and safety glasses. So I am kind of fortunate in the sense that um, I get to have protection, unlike some of the people in health who doesn't have that. But what people fail to realize right now, they're building makeshift hospitals in the Javits Center, and all of the plumbers are risking their lives to go build that because people usually think about plumbing and they think about only flushing the toilet. We provide medical pipelines and stuff. So, like when you go to the hospital, the vacuum line, the nitrogen line, the oxygen, all that is done by plumbers. So we actually have guys doing that, and they have to get protection, and the companies that are they they're providing it. But sometimes for some of the employees of NYCHA, it's hard, like because we go through so much PPE. So if I go into somebody's apartment, the probability is I'm going to be breaking a wall more than 2 inches. So we need dust masks. So I just wish if more people would just stay home and wash their hands.
And well, that's the other thing is that, right, washing our hands is one of the basic prevention methods. And we can't do that unless our plumbing is working.
Exactly. So what people fail to realize years ago, however we want to go back hundreds of years ago, man had to go to the river to bring his water to wherever he had to go, right? Like you had to go, and some places of the world, people still have to walk miles for this precious resource, which is water is life. A lot of people have to walk far. Now the plumber brought it to your house. The plague of, I think it was 1918, I could be wrong, plumbing is what saved it. We have always been on the forefront of saving humanity. It's just that people don't give us the credit because they only think of the toilet bowl. Yeah, that's an amazing thing. You don't have to go out and squat over a hole anymore. Hey, thank you, plumbers. You don't have to do that anymore. Yeah, but at the same time, you know, it's just hard for me to see my brothers and sisters out there working, and people thanking the delivery guy bringing food, which is great. But you can cook at home if you wanted to. What we provide, these essential services, electric and water, without us, your home quarantine would be miserable. Miserable. Just think about not being able to wash your hands, flush the toilet, take a shower, watch Netflix, charge your iPhone. All these people are getting little shout outs without giving me some dough. But anyway, but yeah, but that's the honest truth. And I think that's what really bothers me the most is like, I don't see anybody really stepping up for the building trades. I'm not kidding. Like 9/11, a lot of us was down there on the site doing it. Sandy, I was down there helping and then going back and rebuilding. We getting paid for it. I'm not trying to say that we do this and we're not getting paid for it, but so is everybody else. But just remember that these people, my friends and my sisters and my brothers, play a critical part in a lot of cities. And without us, it won't work.
Are there any strange reactions that people, have when you knock on the door and say, "Hey, it's the plumber," and they open the door and here you are?
Okay, so you went one step too far. A lot of times they don't open the door. When I knock again, I said, "No, really, NYCHA plumber." And then they open the door and what you want? Like I said, no. I know it might sound strange, but they're actually like cute girls, like maybe plumbers now. And they get it and they laugh. It's like a breaker. So they laugh. And then I show them my ID and it says plumbing. And from there, I win them over because they see this cute face being a plumber. They're like, really? Women plumbers? Never met one. And then the love and the appreciation happens. And then they always tell me how good of a plumber that I am because, I really respect their space and I ask permission if I can do this, if I can do that, and know that it's their space and they invited me. So a lot of times I win them over by just that cute icebreaker of they let girls do this now. Yeah, so that works all the time.
My hat's off to you, and I just want you to stay safe and stay well. And I want to thank you for doing what you do.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.